Alright, I'm gonna hope that this episode goes pretty well, because the last thing I recorded had doubled audio, so I had to use the weird fucking capture audio bullshit, made everything sound weird, but I did turn off desktop audio this time, so let's hope it goes well! I think it will. What the fuck? Banger? Fuck. What? What? Rock kinda cooked in the weirdest way. Fuck it, let's go. And we welcome you to Monday Night Raw in Las Vegas, and it's The Miz. And tonight, he's in a weird tag match. His tag partner is Justin Gabriel, a man who has refused to actually formalize a team with Mike Knox. I guess Justin's just bouncing from team to team, hoping that something will have him win, even though he won with Mike Knox last week on Superstars. So, actually, I have no idea what he's trying to do. But I don't think I know what anybody's trying to do anymore. So let's just be honest. And then, as we talked about, Justin Gabriel, he has no allegiances, no friends, no nothing. He's wearing very interesting wrist tape. We'll figure out what's gonna happen. And then there's their opponent's MVP. This man has not told us who his tag partner is, but we're gonna find out right now. If it's just Mark Henry, I'm gonna cry. Matt Hardy! Okay, sure. Matt Hardy now going up against his former rookie on the first season of NXT, Justin Gabriel. So it'll definitely be interesting to see if this caused anything. They technically were going to team. There were plans, and then they never did it, and they decided it'd be better if they just didn't. So maybe this is why. Maybe MVP has been orchestrating this the whole time. The reason why Justin can't get in a tag team, it's all his fault. The ultimate betrayal is thinking you have shit down, and then someone else ruins it for you. Now the Miz is, oh, and then there goes Matt Hardy. The MVP is gonna get him back with a nice German and a massive T-bone suplex, setting him up somewhat perfectly for everybody's favorite move from MVP. It's the one that's animation takes literally 30 years, because he's ballin'. Elbow drop. It's John Cena! Doesn't have time for this. He's leaving. He's gotta go face John. John is on the other side of the ring. Why did he pick this way? And then he didn't target him. Well, an MVP. Wait, it's Mark Henry! Mark Henry saving MVP from Cena again! This is why these two are a tag team. This is why. Mark Henry picking up Cena, slamming him down on his knee. MVP's tagging in Matt Hardy. He's wearing blue and orange again. I don't know why. Cena's left. He's gone. Wait a minute. Matt Hardy rolling up the Miz here, but Justin's not off the ropes, so he's probably gonna break it up, and he does. Trying to get him to follow him outside of the ring, but Matt Hardy, wait a minute, that's a twister. No. Can't twist the fate here. Miz just did nothing. Classic story. The Miz does nothing and then loses. And wait a minute. Miz going up top? What? They're just attacking him and sending him off the ropes. Same with Justin. Now he's just gonna land the extreme leg drop. He missed entirely. Justin now gets sent over the steel steps, and now Miz sent over the steel steps as well. And what the fuck? Wait, Miz tags in Justin Gabriel. Finally, he's gotten the opportunity to do nothing in this match. Drop kick, not quite a drop. Not quite a drop kick. Bitch, that was the drop kick. Are we for real? Matt is setting Justin up to get hit by this every time, and he does. He hits the Uranagi-ass thing, but can he hit the twist of fate? No. Just Gabriel taking the time to go, oh, wait. Matt took him off the ropes. Wasn't what he wanted. Wait, Matt. Matt successfully hitting the extreme leg drop. And now I think Matt's got other plans. Matt Hardy is taking him downtown, setting Justin up on the announce table. Leg drop through the table. A moonsault through the table instead. Matt had enough with Justin and his delectable. What the fuck? Wait, sending MVP into the post on accident. I think he meant to grab Justin, slamming his head in the post, and now he's bleeding. Matt wants to end the match, though. And that's a successful Uranagi-esque move. Can he hit the twist of fate, please? It's a no. Wait a minute, roll up by Matt Hardy. Miz isn't doing anything, and it's too late. Matt Hardy wins. He didn't get hit one twist of fate, but they still won the match. MVP and Matt Hardy win somehow. They fucked up a lot, but the best teams don't have the best chemistry at first. Mark Henry, what? That made Matt go from 12 to 6, and MVP go from 14 to 8. And now they're the #1 contenders for the tag titles. Wait a minute. Also, we need to give them a new name. Anyways, it's Mark Henry versus Wade Barrett. And up next, it's the last member of this now union reunion, I guess. Mark Henry. Mark Henry announced that Matt has actually joined MVP and Mark Henry in their faction now, which is really interesting. But now he's getting attacked by the UK. So Wade Barrett is gonna make it a mission to actually win a match. This is his first match on Raw in a long time, and he doesn't want to waste it on nothing, basically. But it seems like he very well could if he doesn't do anything about the coming situation. Wait, Luthez pressing Mark Henry. Okay, we're getting somewhere. He ran out of finish. But it's fine. Everything is fine. Because he's still weakened the world's strongest man. He wasn't expecting that. He was expecting something like last week. Another easy match to add on to his repertoire of very easy matches. But that's not what he's getting. That's not what it's going to be tonight. Tonight, he's going to have to work for his victory. Because he's been attacked. Especially if Wade Barrett does that. Just because you're a strongman doesn't mean you don't fall to the same things regular people do. Elbows to the head will fuck you up as much as the next guy. It's not a lot of ways to beef up the strength of your head. What the fuck is your... Oh, wait. I remember. Oh, it's the thing. It's the big boot that actually works. And Wade Barrett picking up Mark Henry, and that's wasteland. And now Wade Barrett covering Mark in the perfect way to make sure he isn't in the ropes, and he wins. He beat Mark Henry with an attack, but he did still beat him. Mix. Wade Barrett's happy after that one. Okay, well, I wouldn't say happy. Slamming the mat and look. Yeah, he doesn't look happy. I think he looks more pissed than anything, actually. But he won on Raw. He hasn't done that since the first fucking week. That made they hated each other before this. Anyways, it's the match you've seen 8,000 fucking times. And of course, we have the Straight Edge Society. CM Punk and Luke Gallows and the Hart Foundation. Dude, how many fucking times are we gonna see this match? Come on, you got like 4 other tags. The Puerto Rican Pridefuls, the UK, Mark Henry, and MVP, and Airborne. But no, it's always just Straight Edge Society, Hart Foundation. Why? Raw General Manager, please, book more than one match. And then it's the Hart Foundation. I just don't like it. I just don't like seeing these two at this point. Like, wait a minute, David Hart, Smith is fired up tonight for no reason. Yeah, there's no reason for it. Wait, he kicked the referee. Winning by DQ is still a win for the Hart Foundation. That may be what counts. Fucking what the hell? David Hart Smith is just... Remember when he was on SmackDown facing Ted DiBiase and Primo? Yeah, those are good times. Now he's just facing CM Punk and Luke Gallows every week. It's kind of ridiculous. If I had to say anything at all. What the fuck? David Hart hits a power bomb? A power bomb? That was a running power slam. What? Wait, David moved out of the way, and that's a Saito suplex! And David and Tyson ran into each other. Tyson, you're gonna... No, okay. Alright, well then, fine. Fuck you, bitch. How about you doing your goddamn self? Go on, beat up CM Punk. Beat up John Cena. Oh, he was actually kind of doing it? He's still kind of doing it? Hold on. Please turn to the... Okay, it doesn't matter. David? Okay, cool. I don't think that's gonna count as a rope break. Luke Gallows... He tapped out before he got there. Holy shit! That shouldn't have worked. All right, cool. Thank you, Tyson. David, you did just what you needed to. The Hart Foundation beats the Straight Edge Society. Finally. How many losses is that in a row? I want to know. Give me numbers. That didn't do anything for anyone ever, anywhere. It's Shawn Michaels versus Drew McIntyre in a steel cage. And then you have Shawn Michaels. And tonight, Drew and Shawn are gonna fight in a steel cage match. We haven't had a steel cage match on Raw since Rey Mysterio fought the Conquistador that turned out to be Edge. This is really good for anybody named Shawn, though. Shawn has got a big old fucking plan. Let me tell you. Drew, I'm not sure. Drew lost to him last week as well, if I remember correctly. And then there's his opponent, Drew McIntyre, static camera angle. Drew lost the US title to Sheamus at Night of Champions. And let me tell you, he's still upset about it. He went on a rant on Twitter. He cannot handle the fact that he lost the title match. It's ridiculous. I would say give well soon, but clearly you will not get mentally well until at least... Of course, it's when I'm talking about mental wellness that it decides to crash for the first time. And Shawn Michaels has attacked. I did that last week, too. I'm just so used to the game crashing, and then there's an attacking cutscene, and it's like, well, the story of this match has changed. Now I have to act like nothing of that ever fucking happened. It's awesome. Sean goes up to the top rope a lot. He hits a lot of elbow drops, and we may see a lot more of that later, but I'm not entirely sure. Drew is a very harsh opponent. He can fuck you over if he wants to. The problem is that he just doesn't. That implies that he shows mercy. Drew doesn't really show mercy all that often to people that, whoa, okay, yep, there's that example of not showing mercy. Random Germans and everything. It's weird to see a steel cage match on Raw. Wait a minute, Drew is leaving. Not Drew, what? Okay, Sean realized he can't leave. Oh, wait. Yep, elbow drop. I know what Sean was gonna go for. Wait a minute, Sean. Setting up perfectly for the sweet chin music. You gotta tune up the band first, and then you can hit it. Sean will now immediately leave because he does not want to be in the ring with Drew for any time longer. It's just a bad idea to be in the ring. Yep, there he goes. Sean is left. He's out. Drew McIntyre has lost to Sean. That made their relationship get worse. Randy now is above Drew, which is deserved. That didn't do anything for Drew in the US title scene because it shouldn't have. What the fuck? What is this Vance Taker alliance? This isn't supposed to air. Wait, why is he coming out first? Wait, no, we're not on the commercial break yet. Why is his entrance? We just started the show. We were supposed to do an entrance, then a commercial break. What the production team, what the fuck? Druid. Hi, Druid. You heard what I said about you last week on, Superstars, and you said some things that I let go because, you know, I am a, hopefully professional. I'd like to think I am, even if I'm not. And we'll take your matters into discussion. Wait, Justin Gabriel with an attack on the why? No, genuinely, why? Justin Gabriel has attacked Druid. Maybe seeing what Wade did last week and seeing if he can do it himself. But Druid is one that doesn't like reversing, but when he does reverse, oh God, you're gonna feel it. Now Justin went up, but Druid's up as well, and instead he hits a Hurricane Rana from the top rope. Added momentum, definitely gonna make Druid feel a little bit worse compared to a normal Hurricane Rana from the same person. Justin, but Druid is one step ahead. These two have fought quite a few times in the past. They know each other inside and out, like the main rivalry the Druids ever had. Other than, I guess, Mike Knox, who has kind of resurfaced as an enemy of his in more recent weeks. Justin maybe going for a massive power. Nope, Justin gets rolled out of it. Wait, Druid's picking him up. Wait a minute, what the hell? He's never hit that before. Who taught you that? Massive moonsault. I'm surprised he even managed to get that off. It was so off-center. And that's a massive frog splash. What? These two are pulling out everything of their arsenal. They're trying to get each other to go down in maximum efficient time. But it seems that Justin, in that matter, has gotten the upper hand. If he hits this 450, I think it's over. And that's what it looks like it is. Justin Gabriel defeats Druid yet again. An attack, probably not necessary, but I think Gabriel's just trying to imitate Wade Barrett as long as possible. I think Justin Gabriel wants to be Wade Barrett without the Wade Barrett. It's a really interesting concept for you to imitate a friend you're no longer speaking to. You yank him a chain. I will see y'all in a second after I redo that match. Wait, hold on. There's a different ending to this match. Justin Gabriel beat him even quicker this time, and now he's just gonna immediately attack him again. He's trying to really shit on this guy. Okay. By the way, in case you're wondering what that match was this time around, it was literally attack cutscene, 450, pin. Fuck's sake. And that made MVP go up higher. Okay. Anyways, it's time for probably the weirdest mixed tag match so far. Up next on Superstars, we got Ted DiBiase. One half of the Unified Tag Champs is finally appearing on Superstars. And it's in a mixed tag match. Okay, well, all my enthusiasm for this match has immediately died. Ted DiBiase is teaming with Maurice. This one's more canon than we remember. Versus The Big Show and Natalya. This might be one of Natalya's first matches. I haven't seen her at all. Is this a debut? But whatever. It's Maurice, SmackDown's most French woman, even though she's from Quebec. But technically, she's still the most French because she's the only person on the roster that actually spoke French. And then there's his opponent, The Big Show. This man's been on a little bit of a hot streak as of late. He had an Iron Man match against Taker, and he won. And tonight, he looks to continue it by defeating Ted DiBiase with Natalya. Don't ask how that one works out. I don't know how Big Show got Natalya on the team with him, but it's Natalya, man. Natalya's cool. I imagine she don't fucking punch shit. Natalya hasn't changed her hair color to match her attire color. Well, that's awesome. I like that one. You know, the least favorite part about Natalya in this game is that doesn't happen. Ever. It just never happens. I don't know why we should give you the option. We never give you the option to change other people's people's hair colors, but like shit, if it's gonna be that drastically different color and it matches the attire, might as well change it. Big Show and Ted starting this match off delightfully. These two fought a lot in preparation for Night of Champions, in which both of them equally threw, but everyone threw that night, honestly. Must have been one of those days where literally everyone was off for one reason or another. Big Show is trying really hard not to get Maurice caught in whatever's next, and wait a minute! Ted went for Maurice, but Maurice just said no! Why? Ted gets screwed! I guess Maurice doesn't like Puerto Rico! What the hell? We thought you two were friends. Big Show with the spin around! Oh, but Ted saw that coming. But is he gonna see this coming? Yeah, he did. But is he gonna... no, he just missed that time. But is he... Okay, stop. Big Show, just stop. Try something else. Big Show, going for it a second time. Are you... Spear! It worked! Okay. And then a massive punch. And I think this just means that Natalya doesn't get to wrestle because she can't. There's no one to take Ted's place. So this is just a one-on-one match. Does Natalya even get a check? Big Show and Natalya beat basically just Ted DiBiase because Maurice is a fucking bitch. You know, that's the best betrayal since DX.
No.
That moved Ted below Kofi and Evan. Okay, so Ted's just now fighting for the IC title. Got it. That also moved... What? No, I'm fine with this. It's gonna be Maurice versus Natalya for the #1 contendership. Okay. And then we have Evan Stein III. That's not his name. I just made that up. And tonight he is in a 1-on-2 handicap match with Vance Archer and The Undertaker. Okay. This union needs to be stopped. First it was Jericho. Now it's Taker. What's next? Is Vance gonna join the Puerto Rican Pride Fest? Is he gonna team up with the Big Show? What are we doing here? Come on! Get together, Vance. Pick a side. Pick a faction. Pick a person. Now tonight, Evan is actually alone, which begs the question of why. Is Kofi sick? I feel like it'd be a lot easier to answer this question if Kofi was here. But no, it's just Evan versus Vance and Taker, and I don't understand it. You know, the funniest part about tonight, you know what I just realized? This is the first night where Druid and Taker have been on the same show. And I imagine that they had zero interactions. They did not talk at all. It was an awkward dinner and nothing else. And Vance Archer, God damn it, stop trying to say that everything is an attack. Well, Vance is just gonna follow you outside of the ring. He does not care. Yep, and that meant that was actually a worse fate for you because you got your ass slammed.
What do you mean by that?
Is he gonna get his ass slammed again? No.
What do you mean by that?
But honestly, it could have been way closer. Vance Archer, wait, no. Evan slamming his face into the it's not concrete, it's padded. It's padded. It's technically padded concrete. Which, debatable how better that is. Vance, oh god, it's the move that takes everybody out. It's a massive fly! But he's not gonna go for anything. What does Vance have in mind for Evan Bourne? Slamming his face into the floor. I think he's got a level of plan for the man. Hey, just damn. Ooh, face first. Well, everything first onto the floor. Back down he goes. Evan gonna take advantage, try to get himself back in this one, and he's doing it by doing the same thing fucking twice. Wait, Evan's up top. What? But Vance is still going. Why is he still going? But he's picking him up, and he's going for it again. Oh, the Big Show! And I assume that Big Show's problem is with Taker. We knew they were both here tonight. We should have seen this coming. This is literally the only time that Vance ever gets a chance, but Evan Bourne just does not fucking care. He picks him up for the fucking hip breaker. Big Show's taking Taker off the apron, and Evan sends him to the outside, but I think that's where he was going anyways. And I just realized how similar these two's attires look. Wait, oh! Big Show is showing mercy to Vance, but Vance does not care. He does not take mercy from Big Show. Now Evan's letting him take care of this one on his own. Vance picking him up, hip breaker, no wait. Slam face first into the stairs. Big Show showing mercy again, letting him get back into the ring. And now Vance coming in to save Taker from Evan Bourne, I guess? Big Show fights back. Taker takes control of Evan. Big Show throws Vance in the ring. Vance cannot take advantage of any situation given to him. This is why him and fucking Jericho stopped teaming. Vance was not a very good team artist. He did not know when to give up, when to quit, and when to do what. Evan's out the ring now, and Vance says that's a good a time as any to tag him in, and there goes Taker. He's going to the outside. It's his turn to deal the damage. Are they trying to set an example that they're both not to be messed with on Evan Bourne of all people? Ooh, trying to leave Vance to deal with him. Oh, Taker. Okay. Taker was gonna try and do something cool, but it didn't work out that way. Choke slam by Taker. Nope. Evan Bourne reverses. Wait a minute. Hold on. Straight for the throat. That's a choke slam. Now, wait a minute. Taker with the perfect setup. Just go to the left, and that's a tombstone pile driver to Evan Bourne. That's the end of the match. 1, 2. These two just completely dominated. Well, not completely, but mostly dominated Evan Bourne. Vance Archer and Taker beat Evan Bourne. Does this make them a tag team? Honestly, kind of hope so. 2 new tag things in 1 week? Aw. Did it at least make them friends? Aw. That also made Evan go down to just make it to where Kofi went up. Okay, whatever. I'm sure we'll get Vance and Taker in a tag eventually.
Foreshadowing is erroneous.
Speaking of Vance, what the fuck? What the fuck? I didn't even think Jack Swagger was still in the conversation for the world title scene. In the opener of SmackDown in Tucson, Arizona, we got Evan Bourne. Last week, he got his ass beat by Vance Archer and Taker, and in this Fatal 4-Way match, he just wants to beat the shit out of Vance Archer in return. He knows he may not get to Taker for a while, so right now his main focus is just on getting to Vance. Honestly, he probably learned that from fucking David Otunga. I'm sure they had a talk. David had a run-in with Taker once, even though he's on his side. Maybe Evan tried to use that against him, but it just didn't work out how he thought it would. But in this match, there are 2 other stars that aren't Vance and Bourne. And one of these is Christian, who's at this point just in it for the love of the game, and I love it for him. He just wants to fight and fight whoever. Honestly, good spirit for him. He's doing it entirely for the people, the peeps. Surprised he hasn't brought back the Peep Show in a minute. Now I think about it, it's been a minute since there's been any talk show. Weird. But Vance Archer probably doesn't care too much about Evan Bourne. I think that was Taker's idea, but I think Vance is still gonna get punished for it because it's Vance Archer. And when he's not with a big guy, he loses more often than he wins for some reason. I don't know. I don't get it. He's back and forth, back and forth. It's like swinging a fucking pendulum with this guy. It's either loses every match or wins every match. It's ridiculous. And then there is our honorary, as he says, Puerto Rican prideful Santino. All of this because he... I guess I'm doing the fucking entrance again. He's not actually. He's not a part of the faction, but he damn sure wants to be, and so he considers himself an honorary member, regardless of how true that is or is not. And Evan Bourne immediate... Okay, well, Vance, yeah. And again, as we said, Evan only really cares about Vance Archer? Question mark? He went after Santino for a second there. I think he was like... Oh, and Christian hit everybody with that. What the hell? Get in his way, he's gonna hit you with a corkscrew moonsault. And Vance did nothing about that situation. It's swapped up again. And now Evan's going after everybody. Evan is just... What the fuck? Oh, that was a massive hit. But again, Evan only cares about kicking the shit out of Vance. He's treating this like it's essentially a one-on-one match with extra steps because he just wants to go after Vance Archer that bad. Last night was kind of embarrassing for him. Hey, you notice how it cut off there? Yeah, that's because my mic didn't record anything for the next 3.5 minutes. So, while we wait for the mic to return, how about we watch this match at about 5x speed? Evan Bourne doing a jumping moonsault over there. Doesn't quite hit anything. I think this is because Evan was targeting other people. Goes for a pin on Santino. Doesn't quite work out. And then the match kind of just continues from here as normal for a little bit. Nothing really happens. Evan's dominating everybody. He gets a little over it. Does the spinning moonsault. Can't hit the fucking airborne shooting star press. What the fuck was that? No, genuinely. What the fuck was that? Okay, it went back in the footage. I might be talking for way too goddamn long. What the hell? Okay, Christian, fuck off! Wait a minute! Okay, Evan Bourne breaks up the pin at the last second. Evan is in a very... I hate this fucking game. Very treacherous state. And Evan, but he kicks out immediately. He is powered by pure rage. Kicking Vance while he's in that, just for good measure. It's a rope break. It's a roll up. Wait a minute, Evan rolled up Santino to Christian. Oh! And Santino win! Man, we were doing so well. And then SmackDown hit. And it's like the worst thing ever. That, of course, that made the relationship worse. That moved Evan below Christian. And up first. Oh my god, is that Chris Masters wrestling on SmackDown? I can't believe it. This is actually his first match. Every other appearance of his has been as a manager. My god, I cannot believe it. Chris Masters. This is more shocking than Randy Orton showing up at that. No, it's not. Shut up. And then we have his opponent is that fucking David Otunga. That's David. He's on SmackDown. If The Rock was here tonight, we'd have the showdown of the century. But David must go through Chris Masters, someone who he technically has been on the receiving end and the wrong side of. So it's anyone's game who wins this match. And Chris, no, David with an immediate power slam. He's one to do that a lot, and an immediate kick out. What the fuck? Massive attack. Oh, his thing is the fucking... Oh, he has the... That's the worst. That is the worst. So his normal thing is the elbow. And then you give him the axe handle. Really? I've never actually played as Chris Masters before, so I didn't know how absolutely fucking dog shit his strikes were. They're dog ass. David is the real winner of this match. Now just kneeing him in the back. Why not? Yep, double axe handle. And why not? Let's add on. Okay, he saw it coming. Okay, the combo moves. Wait, Chris Masters with a nice little floater? Is that what we're calling those? Floaters? Elbows to the shoulders of Masters. I don't know why I'm just saying moves. I mean, it has been an hour, so over an hour of recording has been reached. You can now no longer say good things. You are now only allowed to say stupid, dumb, fucking bullshit that nobody cares about. Great. Wait a minute, Chris. No, Chris doesn't get it off. But wait, does he get it off this time? Yep, it's the T-Bone suplex. Okay, Chris, David, buddy, we talked about this. Taunt again, please. Wait a minute, Chris Masters going up to the top rope. Is that a massive weight? That's a double knee strike. What the hell? And that's a massive T-bone suplex. Okay, did a little bit more than was necessary, but it's fine. The master lock is locked in. This could make him tap, and yep, he's out. He didn't tap out, he passed out. That was a very quick pass out time. He was in there for like 5 seconds. But Chris Masters beats David Otunga and proves that yes, he does wrestle. You just don't know it because he doesn't show up. And Chris Masters going for a handshake, but David says no. There's always one cutscene. This happens at least once a week. I'm surprised it didn't show up until just now. And it never sets up for anything. Can you guess what that did? I'll give you a hint. It wasn't anything at the top 10. Anyways, Kelly? Okay, cool. We're just gonna ignore Natalya going up. Okay, it is Maryse versus Kelly. And up first, it's the #1 contenders match for the Women's Championship, and it's Kelly, the square herself. I don't know a single person that dislikes Kelly. Okay, wait, we found one. It's Maryse. The bitch that betrayed Ted DiBiase last night on Superstars is the same bitch that attacked Kelly. I'm not shocked. This is the least shocking thing ever. What's more shocking is that Kelly hasn't started fighting back yet. Oh, wait, nope, there it is. Hold on. Wait. Oh, massive on the concrete. A poke to the eye stops Kelly from doing any more damage to her opponent. And that's about it, because it immediately started with, and wait, a Hurricane Rana directly on the concrete. Okay, that's not what I thought that time was going to be. Well, age restricted for an S-slap at like 30 minutes. I think I've only had one video itself get age restricted. A lot of shorts have, though. At least 4. Editing me, count out how many videos and shorts have been age restricted over the past like year and a half. And Kelly, just another Hurricane Rana on the concrete. It begs the question of, is she ever gonna stop? Maryse isn't even getting up immediately anymore. This seems a little bit unnecessary, but Kelly ran all the way into the stairs. Yes, it doesn't matter though, because she's already back in fighting condition. Kelly may try to put Maryse through the goddamn stairs. Is she actually gonna hit it through the stairs? No, not quite. She missed. Do a different taunt. Nope, the side taunt's the same thing. Fuck. Anyways, Hurricane Rana by Kelly. Oh, yeah. Okay, wait, kick to the midsection, and the fucking famouser. Actually, it'd probably be more accurate to say whatever Road Dogg called it. But that's it. Kelly beats Maryse, and she's going to SummerSlam? Question mark? We don't know if that women's title defense was just a one-time thing or not just yet. But either way, Kelly beats Maryse. That's what matters, because that's the winning part. The other part is literally just she might fight for the women's title at SummerSlam. Not guaranteed. That did make their relationship worse, and that did make Maryse go down. That made Natalya go back up for some reason. And up next in our main event, it's a triple threat match for the #1 contendership at the World Heavyweight Championship. Big Show faces Ted DiBiase and Jack Swagger. Why is Jack Swagger getting an opportunity against Taker again? I want to know, because he shouldn't be, yet he is. It's curious. And then there's the opponent that matters, Ted DiBiase, who he beat on Superstars. So wait, what's the point of this match? I don't know. The SmackDown general manager probably doesn't watch Superstars. And then there's Jack Swagger. Man, if I had a nickel for every time Jack Swagger showed up this month, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot. Is it weird that it happened twice? It's weird that it happened at all if you go based off precedent. Now, wait a minute. This match is a false camera match. Okay, there's something. He heard me out. He did something about it. Good on him. Big Show punch. Oh, wait, but he saw Ted attacking him somehow, and oh, God, an immediate choke slam to Ted DiBiase. Putting him in a goddamn, not quite a sleeper, but just flinging him around the ring. Wait, Swagger's attacking Big Show, and it's working. That attire is really fucking clean, though. And he's trying to win the match. But Ted breaks up the submission before they could end the match too quickly. And now they're just bullying Ted. Yep, they even do a double Russian leg sweep on him. Apparently Swagger sees who the real threat is? Question mark. And then they immediately turn on each other. And now Ted falls off the ropes. Swagger takes advantage. Ted suffered enough punishment. He sees that Jack is still getting up, but he says, I'm gonna go after him instead. Giving Ted the opportunity, I think Ted understands that this is a bad idea, and yet he does it anyway. Ted has done this exact thing in the past. Wait, no, it doesn't matter. Double suplex. That is... How did that end in an arm wrench? Wait, Big Show getting double suplexed again, even though he was technically reversing something already, so it should have actually been him double suplexing. And wait, double choke slam! Wait a minute, Big Show, okay. Why did he choke slam off? Oh wait, this might be better! Fall away slam off the top rope! He doesn't get an opportunity, a lot of the... Okay, oh god, another choke slam by the Big Show. Wait. Why did you go in the middle? Spear into Ted DiBiase, and that's Primo. Wait, knockout punch to Swagger. Knockout punch to Swagger. And now Ted's taunting, and now Ted's saying get the fuck out of the ring. He's not turning around. He's not turning to Primo. He turned to Primo. R-Truth? What do you mean R-Truth? Wait, the match is over. What? Okay, the R-Truth and Ted rivalry continues. Big Show has defeated Jack Swagger and Ted DiBiase with Primo, with Truth, to go and fight Taker at SummerSlam. That was a very complicated way of making that happen. I thought it was just gonna be Big Show and Ted, and it was gonna be fine, but that was the most complicated match ever. That moved Jack Swagger down to thank fuck, and that's it. That is the end of this episode of the Ultimate Universe Mode. See you next time.